I think we'll all agree that 2020 has been very much like living in a suspense thriller. But that is not the reason why we shouldn't plan. All right, there is still a lot of good in this year. There is still a lot of amazing things to be done in this year. And in today's video, I'm actually going to take you behind the scenes of planning July with me. And one of the reasons why I think this particular video, Plan With Me in July, is so important is because it's the second half of 2020. Even though the first half has been rough, okay, I think that the second half can still be really good. And so I wrote down some goals, some milestones I would like to hit at the end of July for my YouTube channel, for my blog, and for my podcast. Yes, I have a blog and a podcast. And so I'm going to share those goals with you and also share with you how those goals will tie into my business goals. And since I'm sharing with you what I'm planning on doing in this month of July, why don't you go ahead in the comments below and share with me what are the top 3 things you want to achieve in July. So right here, as you can see, I have my notebook as well as my planner. So I'm going to write the plans in the notebook, and then I will write the strategic steps in the daily setup or daily plan in my planner. And as you can see, I even lit a candle to add to the ambience for this video. Okay, this is serious. All right. First things first, I'm just gonna divide this into YouTube, podcast, blog, because I have a different set of goals for each one of these. All right, so for YouTube, my goal is to post 8 videos, 1 recorded, 1 live per week. And actually I may exceed that because currently I'm posting around 2 videos to this channel per week, and I'm adding in live. And the reason why I'm increasing the frequency as well as throwing in a live video is because I really do want to increase my watch hours. As you know, on YouTube, you need to have 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers in order to be monetized. Now, I've achieved 1,000 subscribers. But 4,000 hours is something I'm still working my way towards. I'm almost there, but I need to get there. And so my goal is to reach at least 500 watch hours. Now, if I go into my YouTube analytics, you'll see that for the month of June, I actually hit 450 watch time hours, which I'm so grateful for. That was definitely an improvement over where I was in May, actually almost 100 hours over where I was in May. So I'm shooting for 500 watch hours in the month of July. And then the other goal is to add 250 new subscribers. Moving on to my podcast. My podcast is something I've had since August of 2019, but once the pandemic hit, it was really hard to stick with actually recording episodes because now my son was at home and it was really difficult to record. That's just the truth. And so I plan on reviving the podcast, and my goal is to have 4 new podcast episodes and to get 250 downloads within the month of July. Now, I kept the number around 250 podcast downloads as my conservative number just because I haven't been consistent with it. I stopped somewhere within around April and haven't released an episode since then. So since I'm easing my way back into it with 4 new episodes, I don't expect people to come rushing, but I do expect that as I promote this content, as I'm diligent about promoting the content and getting people to see what I have recorded, as well as being a guest on other people's podcasts, that I'm gonna reach and even maybe surpass those 250 downloads. Next set of goals are goals for my blog. I do have a blog, and I used to have one blog, my online biz journey, which I grew from scratch to at its peak getting like 35,000 monthly visits. I put that blog on hiatus. I basically retired that blog because I was all over the place when it came to that blog. I wrote a little bit about everything. And if you know anything about online business, okay, when you do a little bit of it's very few people that do a little bit of everything and are successful at it. It's good if you can choose a focus, if you can choose a place where you dominate. And I don't think it necessarily has to be just one thing, although I think that there are people, I've seen people who have been super specific and been super successful. It can be a bucket of topics. So I've chosen for my blog, for Genontra, which is where my new blog is going to be, genontra.com, to really focus on three main things. Okay, it's going to focus on the whole idea of writing, making a living with your writing, but it's going to focus on writing, freelance writing, blogging, and then self-publishing or book writing. So these are the three areas that genontra.com, the blog, is going to focus on. And that's also going to be a major focus of the podcast, as it is on this YouTube channel as well. And so for genontra.com, my goal is to publish 4 new blog posts. I already have some in the pipeline. I actually had one guest post that I'm excited to post. And I'm shooting for 100 daily viewers, because if you look at my analytics right here, okay, right now I'm not getting much traffic. Maybe 10 people visit the website per day, and that's all my fault. I haven't really promoted it I haven't promoted genontra.com apart from using it as basically like a home where I can refer people to for like my speaking and for my coaching. And so it hasn't been something that is highly trafficked. But now that I would like to build a lot of traffic to genontra.com, I realize that it's important for me to set goals and set targets so that I can reach that. And so my goal is in the month of July is to hit 100 daily users. I plan on using Pinterest and also on really focusing on SEO. And that's a subject I'm going to be talking a little bit more about on this channel, is really how I'm using SEO, or the techniques I'm using to build my own blog. I shared in this video right here where I helped a client grow their business blog from 200 monthly users to 1,000 monthly users, right? I shared it in this video just this week, and I really want to start practicing those techniques on my own blog, because one of the wonderful things that's going to happen is when people see that I'm doing it for when people see that you're doing something for yourself. Let's say you want to sell a course on YouTube or a course on Instagram, but I show up on your Instagram and you only have 500 followers and very little engagement on your posts. It's going to be hard for me to be convinced to buy from you, right? And so in the same sense, I'm building up this blog. I already did it one time before, so I already have proof. But now I get to share this journey with all of you of going from basically nothing or basically zero to 100 daily users, and then 1,000 daily users, and so on and so forth. So what are the business goals that are tied to all of this? Because, okay, we're not just creating free content and putting it out there just for nothing. It has to account for something. So my goal this month, you all know that my primary source of income is through freelance writing. I do make some money from digital products, but this is not an area that I've promoted actively. And so in this month, as I, hit the goals for YouTube, my blog, and my podcast, what I'd like to do is sell at least 10 digital products. Now, if you do not know which digital products I have on this channel, let me tell you. Okay, so I have a course called The Right Society, and The Right Society is essentially a freelance writing course where I walk you step by step on how to grow your freelance writing business. And the wonderful thing, the wonderful bonus I have thrown into the course is a one-on-one 1-hour session with you, dear aspiring freelance writer, to really have eyes on your writer website, to have eyes on your pitches, to have eyes on your business, so I can give you expert advice. And so if that's something that you would like to check out, you can go right here. It's gnontra.com/write, gnontra.com/write. So that's what my main course that I have currently. I also have other digital products. There's one called Endless Clients. This is where I show you the exact email templates that I've sent out to people to land me clients that pay me thousands of dollars for my writing. I also have another one called the 4-week client challenge, and in that one I give you a series of activities that you can do over the next 4 weeks to increase your chances of landing clients. And so these are my major digital products. Also, I have my book Win at Freelance Writing, but I don't really consider that part of the digital products I'm talking about right now. But these 3 digital products, I would love, between all 3 of them, I would like to, and then the content I'm producing, I would like to sell 10 of them combined, 10 of them, and I'm excited because it's not something I've actively promoted before, and so now that I'm going to be actively promoting it, I'm excited to see where I fall. And the great thing about goals is that if you execute them right, you may exceed them or you may fall underneath them, and it's okay, because through it all I'm going to be learning different lessons. So anyway, that is how I am planning for my July to go. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, and also let me know in the description, what are your plans for July?